Okay, so for today's video, we will be talking about variables. So welcome back to Gray Films, and we'll be talking about how to use variables. So variables are over here, okay, so in Scratch. So what you're going to do is, so you see this variable area over here in variables. You already have this one variable called my variable, but you can make other variables. So if you go over here, you can make a variable called whatever you want, okay? So this is for all sprites, and this is for one sprite only. A sprite is the character, and you could choose if the variable is only going to work on this character or all the characters. But a lot of the time, you're just going to do it for all the characters. But in some cases, you're going to need for this character too, this only. But for this case scenario, we're just going to do this one. The all sprites. This is the default. So, okay, so now we have a test one. So now we have this variable, but what could we do with it? Well, we could do a lot of things. So, as you can see, there's a ton of blocks. So you get is this. So you get this block itself. You get a set, and you get a change. You get a show, and you get a hide. Okay, each one. So this one is when, in any point of the game, you can set the variable, in this case scenario, it is the test variable, to whatever you want. So, okay, so we can set these aside for now. So what we could do, we could set it to whatever we want. We could do it to 4. Now I click on it, 4. You could do 10. See? So if you're doing a game that needs a point system, something like that, okay? And you need to make the game reset the points, you would use this, okay? And then what you'll do is that when the game starts, it'll set the point system to 0, okay? Which will, reset the points. So that's where you can use this, or if yeah, mostly like that. So that is there. This is just the block itself. I'll show that later. Change. Change is kind of like set, but you change it by 1. So when you click on it, now you're adding 1. But to -1, you just do negative. So -1, see over here? You can see clearly that this is minusing. And then variables can go all the way to negatives too. So you could do whatever you want. You could do, 10,000, and then boom. Well, that's not 10,000 because it was negative. But yeah, okay, so that's that. A show variable. Show variable is like this. So show and hide variable is this. So if you don't want it to appear, you just click on that, and then it's gone. But if you want it to show, there you go. And another feature about variables is you could change how it looks. Like if you click on it, you could do normal readout, which is this. You could do large readout, which is like this, but it doesn't have the label on it. And you can move it wherever you want. And you could do slider. A slider is like during the game you can slide it. So and also during, when you zoom in, you can't move it at all. You can move this though. So like if you're like sizing something, you can size it to whatever. So uses for this. Some uses for this. Well, there could be many uses. Okay, so the example I have for you guys is this. So what we have here, so you can use this to make it so when the game starts foreverly, it will set the size to the amount of the test. So if we start the game again, we have over here, set the size to, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better. Alright, so now what we have here is an example of what you could do with variables. So I use this purely variables to change the size of our cat right here. So this button would make it back to its normal size. This would make it bigger. This will make it smaller. This will show the variable, which we could do this, and this was to hide it. So basically what I did was, okay, so first I did this, okay, and it's very simple. So when sprite is clicked, set it to, the number, and then that's really all the same I did. So it's not a lot of code, it's very simple. And also over here, so this is what you could do with this. Like, let's say you want it to do something, whenever the point system is like this. So you could do two variables. So like, let's say there's two teams, okay? So team 1, okay? And then new variable team 2, okay? And I have these team 1 and team 2. No, well, yeah, team 1, team 2. Okay, and I put that away. So you could do something like this. If team 1 is smaller than team 2, then something will happen. So, or the other way around, you know what I mean? So you could do stuff like this, or you could just do in general like a number. So like you need a certain number, like your score. So we can get like here, I'll just get it from here. Okay, so you could get like score, okay? You can get a score, and if it's greater than 10, for example, if the score is greater than 10, then you win, or something like that, okay? So you could do stuff like that. So that's how you do it. And yeah, so thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And I hope that helped kind of introducing variables.